Welcome back to the Citizen Channel. We're all staying safe and well. And our final part, our final look at Julian Alvarez. A thank you to him for his time at City. This is part 5, so make sure you watch parts 1, 2, 3 and 4, guys. A unique look through personal observations and the Manchester media in the main, people like Simon Bukowski, Joe Bray, Tyrone Marshall, ratings for games from match reports, etc. So it's a sort of warts and all look at his time at City, the good, the bad and everything in between, of course. With it being the final episode, I'll have a quick sum up and my little thoughts on Julian as well today. So it includes all his key moments and from the match reports and his scores, what he rated, etc. from me personally in the Manchester Evening News as well. So that's what I'll be quoting throughout this. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your memories of Julian as well as he goes to pastures new, of course. If you are new to the channel and you are watching this, you've not watched the others, I mean, no reason why you can't go back and watch the others or do it in different order, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, please push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications, everything City past, present, as long as I can keep going. It'd be great to have you on board. I do film and TV stuff as well, so if that's of any interest, have a look at that. If not, and you know somebody might be interested, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very grateful. Memberships are now open for the channel, 99p a month. You get early access to all my stuff, lots of history stuff, of course, on City that sometimes isn't published for months, even over a year. So it's there, you can get it, and you can get a copy of the scripts as well. So this Alvarez, you can get a copy of my script and a hard copy just for your own, you know, if you like a bit of history, you like to read as well, you can reread everything and do your own little thing with it. It's yours to keep and do what you want with, so you just ask and I will send it. So most of my vlogs I've got scripts availability as well, so just there will be other things through the season as well if you support me. We do have sponsors, guys, but stay tuned at the end. I'll tell you about that before we go anyway. But I always after sponsors for the channel, so if you stick with me, I will explain who the current sponsors are and what little special offer I've got with you for them. Right, we've got to near the end of the season. We've got to the 25th of April, Brighton away. And a 4-0 win, of course, puts the title back in our own hands. So we only have to do the business now and it's ours again, isn't it? The 4-peat's done. But from the match report, as far as Julian's concerned, 19 minutes, De Bruyne sends Alvarez down the right. Alvarez reaches the box and sends a low drive across steel and wide of the left-hand post. 23 minutes from a corner, it drops to Alvarez, who cheats chest down on the edge of the box and sends a half volley wide right. City and cheats, why is that in my mind? 59 minutes, Foden slips Alvarez into space down the middle. His low drive is straight at Steele, who spills it but then claims it at the second attempt. On 60 minutes, Alvarez looks for the top right corner from the far left edge of the Brighton box, but the ball clears the bar just by inches. 62 minutes, Edison launches it long. Walker tears free down the inside right channel. He chests the ball into the box and chops past the backtracking Barco. He can miscontrols it. Steele attempts to snaffle it, but Walker slides in. The ball breaks nicely to Alvarez, who slots into the bottom left of the unguarded net. I'm surprised it wasn't called that for a foul, that one at the time. 90 minutes plus 4. Alvarez slips Doku into the box down the left. Doku opens his body and aims a side foot towards the far corner. Steele blocks with legs. Doku perhaps should have scored that one. Manchester Evening News denied him an assist there. Manchester Evening News said about Alvarez operating more out wide as Foden and De Bruyne rotated as false nines. Alvarez was disciplined in dragging the two centre-backs wide. He's just 1 goal in 17 games now. However, this was one of his better performances in Erling Haaland's absence. I give him a 7. I give him a 7 as well. I said finally a half-decent performance. Perhaps could have done better with another of his 5 other chances, but at last back on the score sheet and not through a keeper's error. On the 28th of April, down on the Trent for Forest away, a nervy 2-0 win. From the report, 63 minutes, Haaland lays off for De Bruyne, who feeds Alvarez at inside left, who puts a rising finish over the upright. 88 minutes, Alvarez off, Bob on. Manchester Evening News says his pressing in the first half was essential to limit Forest's threat to what it was, although he lacked any real goal threat himself. Give him a 7. I give him a 6.5. I said generally played well, had one poor shot I remember, but okay. With 5 games left, 4 league and the FA Cup final, this was his last start of the season, but he hadn't stopped scoring. Wolves are at the Etihad on the 4th of May. Alvarez benched again, but a hit off the bench in a 5-1 win. The report said Alvarez for Haaland on 83 minutes, his 100th appearance. On 85 minutes, City win the ball high up with Foden making an early pass towards Alvarez, who took it on the run away from the last defender and passed it calmly across Jose Sarr. Manchester Evening News said scored within minutes of coming on. True, give him a 7. I didn't rate him because he wasn't on for at least 30 minutes. I said lovely taking goal, that's more like it. On the 11th of May, Fulham away, City won 4-0. Alvarez came on for Haaland on 82 minutes. On 95 minutes, Issa Diop is red carded for a foul on Alvarez and City get a spot kick. Walker appears to offer it to Guardiola, who was on a hat-trick, but thankfully he says no, and Julian steps up to score, sending Leno the wrong way. A very good penalty. The Manchester Evening News simply said won and scored the penalty and give him another 7. They're easily pleased, aren't they? I said just a great cameo. 14th of May and a must-win at the Tottenham Stadium, and it is 2-0. Alvarez came on for Haaland on 90 minutes to sort of break up the end of the game. He warmed the bench for the final 4-peat, clinching 3-1 win at home to West Ham on the 19th of May. Though missing the starting 11 for the FA Cup final on the 25th of May, he replaced KDB on 57 minutes with City chasing the game to United 2-0 down. From the report, 60 minutes, Alvarez sends a left-footed shot over the bar, a lack of calmness from our Argentinian substitute. 64 minutes, running onto a short pass in behind from Foden. Alvarez finds himself in a one-on-one with Onana. He doesn't even test Onana, he places it a couple of yards wide. The Manchester Evening News said brilliant the way he was able to create and find space, less than good in the way he finished, 2 very good chances. Give him a 6, I give him a 6 as well. I did pretty well, but no composure when it was required. Looking back at his stats for the 23-24 season of the Premier League, I do a little Player of the Year thing. Of the 14 players who qualified in mine and the Manchester Evening News end-of-season ratings, 15 starts for the minimum requirement. He finished 14th out of 14 for me. So there you go, our least effective player. 31 starts, 5 as substitute. He scored an average of 6.24 with me, 6.42 with the Manchester Evening News. He was actually 12th for the MEN, so they thought he did slightly better than I did. He got 11 goals and 9 assists. In the 6 FA Cup games, for me, he was 9th out of 15, so a little bit better. He played 3 and was substituting 3. My average score from in the FA Cup was 6.33. The Manchester Evening News was 6.67. He was 9th out of 15 for me in the FA Cup ratings for City players, and he was also 9th for the Manchester Evening News, and he weighed in with 1 goal and 1 assist. In the Champions League, only had 2 starts and 5 sub-appearances, but managed 5 goals and 2 assists, so not a bad return from that. 1 Carabao Cup appearance, 1 Club World Cup appearance and 1 as sub, 2 goals and 1 assist. In the Community Shield, he made 1 appearance, and the Super Cup, 1 sub-appearance. Yep, Alvarez, bit of an enigma for me on the pitch. Off the pitch, he was a lovely lad, no trouble whatsoever. And this is possibly has to be on a bit of a loser, playing at the same time as Haaland, of course he is, because he always wanted to play number 9, Alvarez. That's his role, that's what he thinks it is. And this was really a no-win for him, really. Personally, I think they could have made a consistent partnership in some way and threat, but Pep didn't always utilise him in what I thought was best for Alvarez. It was all about the team, as it is with City, of course, and Pep. So in the big key games, certainly towards the end of last season, if Haaland played, then Julian was sort of sidelined. Though, of course, with KDB's long absence, he found himself first on the team sheet, certainly in the league matches. As I say, he played 25 consecutive games. Pep himself admitted he had to try and find ways to fit him in, and he struggled at times to find a spot, especially when KDB came back. And Erling started as well. He never quite accomplished that, and understandable that Alvarez looked to another challenge, because I couldn't see that changing anytime soon. He said on leaving, "Today I say goodbye to this wonderful club with many emotions. These were 2 very special years during the time I grew and learned a lot as a player and as a person. To the directors and coaching staff, thank you for the trust and support. Your guidance and vision helped me develop greatly. To my teammates, thank you for every moment shared, for the effort and dedication in every training session and every match. I learned a lot from each one of you, and I carry on with me memories and friendships that will last forever. To the fans, thank you from the bottom of my heart for the great support and for making me feel at home from day one. I will always be very proud to be part of this family. Manchester City will always have a special place in my heart. I wish you all the success in the future and will continue to support the club from wherever I am. Thank you very much. No specific mention of Pep. It may be possible to read too much into this, but as we see from this little in-depth look back, it was not always a matter of seeing eye to eye between the two, I don't think, and it wasn't always of sort of World Cup winning standard play either by Julian. So Julian, thank you, goodbye, and thank you, good luck. It's been short. Yes, it has been sweet, and I have no doubt whatsoever our paths are going to cross again from time to time in the future. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little 5-part, a bit of a shorter ending one. We had to have a short one after the long ones we've had before this, haven't we? So probably about, 90 minutes worth of Julian Alvarez. As I say, very in-depth. I do have a quiz, Julian Alvarez quiz as well, that's out there. So if you've not had a go at that, have a go. You've watched all 5 parts of my vlog on Julian. You should be all right in answering the questions. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and memories of Julian. And I say there's absolutely no doubt whatsoever we're going to stumble across him again, isn't in the future. So that's for sure. But it was interesting. But as you can see from my player ratings and the Manchester Evening News player ratings, generally he wasn't up in the top 10, unfortunately, over the 2 seasons. Again, partly because he was played out of position for what he thought his position was, and he played to help the team rather than perhaps help himself. And I think that's where he sort of failed on that matter. But he could be one that got away. I think that's what we'd have to say with Julian, isn't it? It could go on for bigger, better things, and it could be one that we've missed out on here. But we can't get them. We can't have them all, can we? Sometimes, some fall through the gaps. Anyway, let me know your memories, guys. Please, I did say if you have to sponsor the channel, we do have sponsors at the moment, P6505, and my thanks to them. They do have a little eBay shop. There's a link in the description below. Just copy and paste it. It'll go straight to their shop. And they generally do movie posters. If you watch any of my movie TV stuff, I usually have posters on the wall. And the films from the 1990s and 2000s. Great actors, great films. So the listing at the moment, so for every poster they've got listed, they've probably got another couple they haven't listed yet. So if there's anything you don't see or on the site or you're interested in from that era, just give them a shout and they might have it anyway in the back somewhere. They can stick it on sale for you and you can buy it. So yeah, it's a very malleable situation with them. You can just ask them anyway. If you don't ask, you don't get, do you? So give them your support, guys. Be great gifts. These are great. Treat yourself or great gifts for friends and family. Better than buying people socks and stuff like that, isn't it? You can get the poster, buy a nice little frame for it as well, and just something different for someone if they like the movies from the 90s and 2000s. They do have DVDs on the site as well, guys, so have a good look anyway. P6505, and if you do place an order with them, just mention my name and you will automatically get a 10% refund. Just say Bird has sent you or whatever, and you'll get a 10% refund. And they do dispatch within 48 hours, but you have to wait for that. As soon as you order, you'll get your refund. So my thanks to P6505. If you're interested in supporting the channel in sponsorship, or of course we talked about the membership earlier on, but my socials are on screen. Just get in touch and we can have a chat and see what we can do for each other going forward. There you go. Thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed this 5-part. It took a bit of work to do it, but I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Until we meet again, I only ever ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone, especially you Blues, and simply, come on, City. Bye for now.